Thank you. Thank you for having me here. My name is Ali. I'm from Iran. Uh, Neil, can I have the slide? Thank you. Sorry. Let's talk about Iran. First, we'll talk about the Iran's location. Iran is located in Middle East. Middle East is start from Iran, go to Iraq, part of Turkey, Saudi Arabia. So this area we call it Middle East. We are neighbors to Afghanistan, Iraq, Turkey, Turkmenistan. Iran is a safe country, to be honest. For example, someone says Iran is a dangerous country, but in reality, no. Iran is very safe, and if you travel there, I promise you, you will enjoy it because it's a cheap country and it's very safe. Let's talk about population. Iran has 85 million people. That is, and most of them are Muslim. Around 95% of Iranians are Muslim. If I want to talk about how big Iran is the 17th largest country in the world. That means 45 times bigger than Taiwan. And it has 17th most populous country. I show you two flags. This is before revolution. Around 45 years ago, we had a revolution. Before revolution, we have kingdom. We had king. After revolution, we had Islamic Republic. As you see here, there is a symbol here that says Allah. Allah in English means God. So because we are Muslims, so we believe in God. We have three colors in our flag. The red color is it means that people who sacrifice themselves for country and they give their blood to country. The white means pureness of people, and the green means the bright future. This is the Allah I told you. In Arabic, we say Allah to God. But our language is not Arabic. Our language is Persian. That in Chinese you say 我是文. So, 跟阿拉伯文不一样. We speak Persian. Religious. Muslim has two groups. We call it Shia and Sunni. What's the difference between Shia and Sunni? If you don't know anything about Shia and Sunni, Shia believe in Ali. Ali is the first imam in Shia. We are Shia in Iran. Sunni believe in Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr is the first king of Arabic dynasty, Arabic area. So we believe in Ali. Sunni believes in Abu Bakr. Shia, we are Shia, prays 3 times a day. Morning, around 4:30 a.m. Second is at noon, is around 12 p.m. And the third is at night, in the evening, it's like 6:30. But Sunni prays 5 times a day. That's a bit different. Who knows where here is? Do you know where is here? Who knows? Do you know where is here? Any idea? No? Here is Mecca. Mecca is in Saudi Arabia. Muslims should go there for Hajj. Hajj is the Islamic religious thing. So people should go there to pray and feels more closer to God. So it's very famous place for among Muslims. Here is Mecca in Saudi Arabia. Like thousands of people going there to pray. If you ask me in which direction you pray, I should say be directed to Mecca. Taiwan, for example, I'm in Taiwan. In which direction can I pray? Can I pray this side or that side? No, I should pray to the side of Mecca. Mecca located at the west part of Taiwan. So I should find the west direction and pray that direction because Mecca is located in Saudi Arabia, and I should pray that. And if you see, people are circle and pray to the God's house, that we call it Kaaba. More than 90% of people in Iran are Muslim, that we are Shia, as I told you. The rest are Christian and Zoroastrian. Zoroastrian is an Iranic history religious. Because of the majority of people that Muslim, they have a lot of mosques in Iran. Here is one of the famous one. It's located in my city, Isfahan. It's the most beautiful mosque. We also have church because we also have Christian in Iran. Here is some pictures about famous mosques in Iran. This is Pink Mosque in Shiraz. Another one is also in Kashan near my city. Let's talk about military service. Every male should serve military service when they reach 18. So for example, I'm 27 now. I should have served military service when I reached 18, but because I studied at university, so I could postpone it. I postponed it until now, and I just ran away from Europe because I didn't want to do military service. Because military service is kind of boring and it takes 2 years. And I felt it's kind of wasting my energy and my knowledge. So I prefer to focus on my knowledge first, and then if I got a better knowledge, I can go back to my country and serve it. For example, if you don't go to military service, you cannot go abroad. So how am I here? I secretly ran away from Iran. I take a boat at night and go to Greece, and from Greece take a plane, come to Taiwan. It's a dangerous road. I was almost about anxiety attack, so it was so difficult. But another way I did that, we should block some money in bank, governmental bank. If you block money around $2,000, we can go abroad. So I did that. Don't worry, I didn't come here legally. I come safe. I have visa, passport, I'm safe. That's it, yeah. Soldiers will receive salary around $200 per month. Maybe you say $200 is nothing, but it's much in Iran because life cost in Iran is so cheap. The average salary in Iran is around $250. It's so cheap, but the price in Iran is so also cheap, so it's kind of balanced, so it's acceptable. Recently, there is a rule. They said if you married to an Iranian lady and you got 3 kids, it's up to you. You can go to military or you can skip it. So it's legal. So it's up to you. I'm looking for a lady to marry to and have 3 kids to skip the military service. Yeah, that's it. I talk about life expenses. The average salary in Iran is around $250, and Iran currency, we call it Riyal. Riyal is same as Saudi Arabia, but different value. Iran currency is devaluing continuously. The reason is because of sanctions and bad relation with the USA. So we are getting the value of Riyal every day. The gasoline is so cheap. Iran has the 3rd greatest place in the world that has much gasoline. 1 liter gasoline in Iran is $2 Taiwan, only $2 Taiwan, so cheap. Yeah.
Bring some next time when you come to Taiwan.
Yeah, I was thinking so.
Yeah, you can sell it for like.
Actually, some people do that. For example, to get a gasoline right from Iran and send it to Pakistan or Afghanistan to sell it. They're smuggling, yeah. It's common. Also, Iran is the 2nd biggest storage of gas after Russia. So first is Russia, 2nd is Iran. So Iran is very rich in gasoline and gas. For example, if I want to mention about the price in Iran, if you go to a luxurious restaurant, have the best food there, it costs you around $10. So cheap. So it's a very cheap country. Let's talk about food. Because of religion that we are Muslim, we don't eat pork. We also don't drink alcohol. And it's bad. If police catch you that you drink alcohol, you should go to prison or they will slash you and kick you out of Iran. No, the last part is not. I just exaggerate. No, if they just fine you, you should pay money to government. That's it. And our main food is carbohydrate like rice and bread. Who knows the yellow part of rice? What do we call it? Why it's yellow? Why this rice is yellow? Who knows it? Who? It's very easy. I think if you came last week, yeah.
Saffron.
Yeah, that's correct. It's saffron. Saffron has saffron is the most expensive spice in the world. In the USA, 1 gram sell it for $10, but in Iran it's so cheap. You can have a big farm of saffron that my relatives have, my friends have, and they export it to China because it's kind of good business. In China also expensive, but in Iran it's so cheap. So we make saffron rice, saffron ice cream, saffron tea, saffron. We have lots of things made from saffron. There is an Iranian restaurant in Taipei. If you go collect everything, he adds saffron in it. They should call it saffron restaurant because everything made by saffron and everywhere is yellow. Yeah, it's cheap and tasty. Clothes in Iran. Ladies in Iran should wear hijab. Hijab, we call it for a piece of cotton. They should cover their hair and their neck. Also, they should wear long dress to cover their body. Ladies cannot wear sticky clothes to show their body, and it's kind of illegal. Like if the police catch you, first time they will notice you, second time they will call your parents, third time you should pay money. But for tourists, it's not like this. Tourists, I've seen it, tourists who just wear a cap because they try to attract tourists from other countries, but they are strict to Iranian. Iranian men should not also wear shorts, short pants, or shorts in public. So it's kind of not convenient in summer because it's so hot there. Also, every part of Iran has their unique clothes. For example, people who live near desert usually wear light colored clothes, like this lady. Here is a desert, we call it Varzane Desert. It's so beautiful. At night we can see lots of stars in the sky and it's so unique. People who live near there, having white clothes, white hijab, because it's kind of good color for the hot weather, so they can tolerate the temperature of there. That's why this lady wears white hijab. Sightseeing. Iran is 4-season country, not like Thailand, because Thailand is all the time like humid and it's a bit hot. But in Iran we can feel 4 seasons like winter, summer, spring, and fall. So you can feel different temperature, different environment. We have desert, we have jungle, we have plain, we have everything. Let's see some beautiful place. Here is the mosque that I told you is the most beautiful mosque in the world. We call it, this square, we call it Nakhshi Jahan Square. That means the design of the world. It's in my city, Isfahan. This is Persepolis, that is about Cyrus. Cyrus was the biggest, it was the one of the biggest kingdom in ancient time. Here is Yazd, and if you see here, people build their house like this. Who knows what these towers are? What are these? Why they build their house like this? Mike, do you have any idea? No? Who knows? April?
Storybooks.
Do you know? Star Wars?
No, it says no. It's a storybooks.
No. Any idea? Anna?
Maybe the bell is inside.
Bell?
Yeah.
Like ring the bell? No. It's working like nature AC, nature aircon. This shape attract wind because Yazd is a desert, near desert, and it's so hot. So before there wasn't any electricity, so people build their house like this to attract wind, and it will be cooler. Attract wind, go to the house. It's so brilliant design. People's main job in north of Iran are usually farmer. They grow rice and tea. Some products from Iran. The first important thing is carpet. If you say 我是地毯, everywhere is very famous because it's made in Iran. Persian silk carpet is the one of the most beautiful, expensive, and unique product that comes from Iran. This carpet weaved by nomad people. Who are nomad? Yeah, sure.
People who don't stay in a particular place, they move around with the seasons.
Yeah, exactly. People who don't live in city, they immigrate like to different places, depends on the weather. So this carpet weaved by nomad people. How can I tell? Because this pattern is very simple, and if you pay attention, here is might be has some problem, because they weaved with imagination. First they imagine and then they weave the carpet. It's different from city carpet, so it's one of the famous ones. Second is saffron that I told you. Third is handicraft. This is miniature. Miniature is one of the famous handicraft in Iran. I also brought you a miniature magnet. If you answer my question, I'll give you. It's very unique. And this one is copper plate. What is copper? Who knows what the copper is? What is copper? Copper in Chinese. How do you say copper? Copper in Chinese is
Tom.
very good. It's tong. Why people make copper plate? Because it's not breakable. You cannot break it. If it's a collapse from your hand, it won't break it, and it's durable. You can eat in it, or you can offer fruit to a guest who comes to your house. It's very beautiful. Let's talk about saffron. This is what I told you. One of the famous product in Iran is saffron that we export to Spain and China. Have you ever tried 炒饭? 西班牙炒饭. You tried it, right? It's made by saffron and shrimp. So we export saffron to Spain. They have lots of saffron. There are some advantages of saffron. Help manage appetite, is like digestion, support eye health, and help enhance your mood. And as you see, antioxidant and inflammation, reduce inflammation. So it's very helpful. Rose oil also is one of the famous products in Iran. People use rose oil for beauty. They apply on their skin, or they add in their tea, drink rose oil, or in their food because it will be good smell. Also some advantages that you can Google it. It's very famous one. In general, Iran is very cheap. You can spend how many weeks? Let me check. I Google it. Yeah, You can go there by a minimum budget. You can stay there in a high quality hotel, good food. It would be around $300 for 1 week. So it's kind of cheap country. And Taiwanese can go to Iran easily. You just need to get an arrival visa. When you arrive in airport, you apply for arrival visa in airport and you get around $120 visa. But for Chinese, it's free. It's because of the relation. So I hope Iran and Taiwan get closer relation. Yeah, Taiwan is knowledgeable. I'm enjoying in Taiwan and I'm learning. So in general, that was the end of my picture, and hope see you in Europe. If you have any question, please ask me. Do you have any question? Mate, do you have any question?
Myself, are you asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, brother. I'm surprised that you didn't touch on the sanctions at all.
Sanction.
Yeah, I'm
I
surprised.
talked about
You were
sanction.
talking about the exportation of saffron. How does
Yeah.
that usually work, especially with sanctions going on?
Exactly. It's a bit tricky. It's like first they send it to Dubai,
Oh.
and from Dubai they export it to other countries.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright. But like, they can't directly ship it from Iran. They have to send it to Dubai and then.
Yeah, not directly from Iran.
Make
Because
magic paperwork to make it pass.
exactly, some
So that-
paper works and they change some documents.
Yeah.
Yeah, that-
I get it.
that's
I get it.
work.
Okay. Yeah. I was just wondering how that worked. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you for asking. Any question? No question? Question. April, please ask me a question. Any question? Okay, I asked you a question, then I gave you magnets that I told you. Tell me 3 advantages of saffron. 3 advantages of saffron.
有
Mrs.
有
Yan.
来有奖，有来有奖。
Good for us, very good. The second.
Okay.
One more.
Taste it. Taste it.
Taste, yeah. Mate. Yeah, one more.
Saffron 是中文是番红花，
番红花。
对，
Yeah.
那种香料。
Yeah. Tell me one more. Yes.
To make yellow rice.
Thank you. To color the rice. But what is good for? Why we make the rice yellow? Why? Just for beauty? Now we eat the yellow rice. Yeah. So what is good for? I just showed you.
For health?
Yeah, it's good for health.
Antioxidant?
It's good for health, yeah. So, which part of health? Like, for ear, for tongue?
Maybe for the brain.
For the
For the
brain? No, not really. Not for the brain. Yes, I agree.
For the digestive system.
Very good. I was looking for this. It's good for digest. Yeah. And also in Chinese they say 降血压. Yeah. It's very good for digestion and balance your blood pressure. It's very good. One magnet for April. Yeah. Next question. I asked second question, okay? Okay, next question. What color is people's clothes who live near desert? Yes.
White color, like white.
Yeah, very good. Why?
There's
No, you continue. Yes, you.
It's cooler.
Yeah, because it won't attack like heat in the air. So white color is the best one. Good job. One sticker, one star. Because I'm a part-time teacher, I give to my students a star. So I wanted to say 1 star for you. One magnet for you. What else? The last question and it's finished. Good. Yeah, me.
Not necessarily a question. Actually, no, it is a question. I know that if you have a stamp from Iran in your passport, then
Yeah.
going to the USA is a big problem. question being, have you ever faced any discrimination in international airports because of your passport?
Very good question. A tourist who goes to Iran cannot go to the USA or Israel for 2 years. Yeah, yeah. Any tourist go to Iran cannot go to the USA or Israel for 2 years. Yeah.
I just want to add a fact. Because I served in the Canadian Armed Forces, I was also in the Canadian military. I feel like I can't go to Iran because I feel like I might be put at risk, and because I feel like once I get back to my own country, if I am safe in Iran, if I get back to my own country will probably interrogate me when I get back and ask me why were you in that country? Because you were in the military.
It depends on which country you are going.
It's Canada, which is next to America. And I always have to transit through America.
Okay, it depends on the relation with Iran. For example, of course, you go back to the USA. Of course, yeah, it's true. You will be under control for a period of time.
Yeah.
But about the country you just mentioned, I'm not pretty sure what's the relation with Iran. So yeah, that's true. That's kind of true. Yeah, yeah. Any other question? Anna, ask me a question. I like, yeah. Please.
So, for example, as you say, if you go to the United States,
Yeah.
you will face some problem because of your
Oh,
passport.
the process for Iranian go to the USA is so complicated and it's kind of difficult because they don't have the USA embassy in Iran. So we should go to a third country like Armenia, Turkey, or Dubai to apply for the USA visa. Yeah, yeah. I've never been to. I really don't like to. I prefer Thailand.
But did you ever face discrimination? That was a question that I had. Did you ever, like, because of your passport at the airport, did you ever get like pulled aside?
No, no. Luckily, no. The countries I went is located in Asia, so in Asia, Iran has good relation with Asia. Yeah. I went to Thailand, Malaysia, Turkey, Iraq, China, and Taiwan, and none of them acted like this.
Okay.
You mentioned.
Sounds good.
Yeah, the magnet is April, Mrs. Yan. Thank you for coming, and the beautiful twins, and your mate.
Thank you.
You asked me a good question. Yeah. Thank you for having me here. It's finished.
感谢阿里的分享。好，那我们接下来。